Okay, what a lot of people don't know about me is that my first love, my first passion was actually in the fitness industry. And it all began way back when I was a senior in high school, and everyone was telling me that I was going to go off to college and gain the freshman 15. What? The freshman 15. And I was like, the freshman 15? I don't think so. So right when I got to college, one of the first things I did was got a gym membership and started lifting weights, and I was working out really hard. I did gain a little bit of weight, but it's probably mostly muscle. I got a little bulky, and I'm not gonna lie, there were some late night pizza runs and Cafe Rio. I can remember feeling incapacitated for like 2 hours after eating at Cafe Rio because I always ate too much. But that's where my fitness journey began, is really my first year of college, and I immediately knew that that's what I was going to major in. So I did major in exercise and wellness at Arizona State University. So that's where I got my first degree. And I decided that I want to be a physical therapist. So the year after I graduated, I worked at a physical therapy office for about a year. And then I just decided, no, this isn't for me. And I was doing personal training. I was a group fitness instructor for several years, and I loved it. And I guess I'm just a glutton for punishment because I get bored really easily. So I'm always looking for the next challenge. I'm always taking a class or doing something to learn. And so I was like, I'm going to go to nursing school. It's almost like from the movie Legally Blonde when she just like decides to go to law school. That was kind of how it was for me. I'm going to go to nursing school. Of course, it wasn't Harvard, but I always knew that I wanted to be an aesthetic injector. So from the moment I decided, okay, I'm going to nursing school, this is what I want to do. I'm being an aesthetic injector. I'd love to work in a plastic surgeon's office one day. It was not easy, but thank goodness I had a really supportive husband. I had help, and so I didn't have to work, but so I was just going to school and raising my 2 babies. And then, of course, I was still doing my group fitness and instructing. So I guess I couldn't say I wasn't totally working, but I was teaching fitness classes. And then right when I graduated nursing school, we decided to move to Mexico. So everything, like all my hard work in nursing school, was like, oh, great, now I can't even use this. But I was determined. I did not want to let my license lapse. I didn't want my skills to die off. So I did get a job at a border town in the United States. It was about 2.5 hours from where we live. So I would actually commute to the hospital a couple times a month, work a couple shifts. I wanted to keep my license current. Looking back, that was so hard, and it gives me the ick to even think about it. I hated that commute and having to be away from my kids, but at the same time, I'm really glad I did it. It really pushed me outside of my comfort zone. It really helped me keep my skills sharp. I didn't really love working in the hospital environment, but like I said, I did learn a lot. After several years, though, we did decide to move back to the States. We moved back to Arizona, and I was like, you know what? I'm not getting any younger. There's never going to be a good time, and I'm not wasting any more of my time. So I'm going right into aesthetic nursing. I'm going to be an aesthetic injector. So I had 4 kids at this point, and let me tell you again, it was not easy. Anything worthwhile, guys, is not easy. But I had so much determination, and I wasn't about to fail at this. And to be honest with you, if I would have tried to become an aesthetic injector in my 20s, I would have quit. I did not have the grit and the determination in my 20s that I have now. So honestly, I've never looked back. It's been a challenge. It's been so rewarding and such a blessing. And I'm so happy with how we've grown in a team and everything we have now. It's truly amazing. And ever since I started my business, I've always been thinking, I love fitness. Like, I'm so passionate about it. I love going to the gym. I love feeling strong. How can I combine all of my fitness knowledge with all of my new aesthetic knowledge that I have? And how can I help people with this knowledge? This is honestly where the Shape Up Level Up program was born. I wanted to combine the fitness aspect with the aesthetic aspect. Okay. I knew there were other women out there that felt like I did, who felt like they'd lost themselves, who felt like they didn't Like they looked in the mirror and didn't recognize themselves. They'd gained a few pounds. They were looking tired, feeling tired, not sleeping good. And honestly, just like putting off taking care of themselves because they're taking care of everybody else. And so that's what's so amazing about this program that we've created is it's to address all of that. Because I realized something. The women walking through my doors weren't just looking for Botox. They weren't just looking for filler. They weren't just looking for better skin. They were looking to find themselves again. They were tired. They were overwhelmed. They had spent years taking care of everyone else, their kids, their spouses, their careers, their families. And somewhere along the way, they stopped taking care of themselves. They didn't feel strong anymore. They didn't feel confident. They didn't feel like the woman they used to be. And so I understood that feeling because I've been there too. So I wanted to create something bigger than just an aesthetic treatment. I wanted to create a true transformation program, a program that addressed not only the body, but the mind and the skin. Because that lasting confidence, it's not created by fixing just one thing. It's created by improving your overall quality of life. And that's why Shape Up, Level Up includes fitness. It includes nutrition. It includes mindset coaching, which is one of my favorite parts. I feel like we can't truly have lasting change without first changing our minds and conditioning those neural pathways to think different, to act different. This program includes hormone optimization and peptides when appropriate. And yes, it includes aesthetic treatments because when all of those things work together, this isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming yourself again. It's about feeling strong, feeling healthy, feeling confident, feeling energized, and looking in the mirror and recognizing the woman staring back at you. So if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been putting everyone else first, if you've been wondering what the heck happened to the woman you used to be, I want you to know that it's not too late. It's never too late. You can absolutely reinvent yourself. You can absolutely get stronger. And you can absolutely feel confident again. And sometimes all it takes is deciding that you're worth the investment. Now you know a little bit more about my story and why Shape Up, Level Up means so much to me. And don't forget to do all the things like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time.